De la right, my MVVs, welcome. The Yoruba people were right when they said, he who does not have an antidote for a disease called adodo should not swallow a cockroach. Hey, Wahala don't come. Oh, we are hearing that Ooni of Ife's palace set off in fear and trepidation as custodian of the sacred forest of Odua called the palace to come and pick Kabiesi, who was said to have slept in the palace from the forest of Odua. Wahala no be smarty, no. Hey, we are hearing what is happening. Oh, they said this is, a big secret, something that happened in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. But somehow these things have a way of filtering themselves out here. Okay. We heard that Kabiesi had slept in the palace of the Ooni of Ife after he received the first lady and everything. That he was really, really exhausted because Kabiesi is a workaholic, as you see him, okay? And so after that reception, unveiling the stuff and all of that, he retired back to the palace to go and sleep, okay? And he slept there by 1 a.m. They were supposed to do a ritual that is supposed to be conducted for him before he turns 50 years. You know that on the 17th of October, Kabiesi will be celebrating his golden jubilee. So much preparations in the palace. Everything is, they want to put everything perfect, make everything perfect for that celebration. But as we are hearing what is going on, if this information is true, that is making the rounds on social media right now, we heard, okay, as it is alleged and rumored and speculated and making the rounds on social media, that they were very, very surprised to have gotten a call from the sacred forest of Odua. Now, the custodian himself called with his phone number that they should send people to pick Ooni of Ife from the from the sacred forest of Odua. Meanwhile, people who had come, okay, to have this celebration with the Ooni of Ife were inside the palace. In fact, preparations have been made for the ritual to be carried out around 1 a.m. and they were waiting. So at 1 a.m., usually to wake the Ooni of Ife up, there is a bell, like it is they call it a traditional gun that they use, like these their instrumentals that they use. They play that it shows that Kabiesi is woken or Kabiesi is coming out. Or if he rings that, maybe he forgets or he's too tired. If he hears that sound, he wakes up. Okay. So they rang it around 1 a.m. Kabiesi didn't come out. 1:30 a.m. Kabiesi didn't come out. And they gave him another 30 minutes because they knew that he's been very, very tired. Like, he must have been very tired. So they rang again by 2, he didn't come out. So they were alarmed. And now they sent people to go and check. They sent somebody to go and check through the emergency exit to see why Kabiesi has not come out. Upon getting there, Kabiesi was nowhere to be found. A man who slept inside the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Everybody knows that he came back and he slept there. As a matter of fact, all his vehicles, they line up for his convoy and everything. They're there in the palace. His 3 drivers were in the palace. His aides, his security, everything, they were in the palace. So what that meant is that nobody went anywhere. And as a matter of fact, even the chief security said Kabiesi did not pass the gate. Like, nobody went. Kabiesi was in the palace. And right now, when they waited and waited, Kabiesi didn't come out. They became alarmed and they now started calling. And they said at this point they had already called Paropo, called the brothers. People were just trooping into the palace. But of course, you know that the information was still on that level, okay? They never wanted to scare people and all of that. But people were just trooping into the palace to find out what was going on. While they were trying to find out what was going on, they said that the custodian of Odua now called the palace and asked them to come to the sacred forest of Odua around 3 a.m. to go and pick Kabiesi, to go and pick the Ooni of Ife, who was said to have slept in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Now, it was the biggest surprise of the century. Nobody could understand what was going on or what had transpired between the time Kabiesi went to bed in the palace and when he got to the sacred forest of Odua. Everybody was like, what the heck? What is going on? What is this about? Like, what is really going on? That was what everyone was asking. As we heard, they said that was how everybody, they had to fix his convoy, his drivers, and everybody, and even some elders that went with the convoy and they went straight to the sacred forest. They went there, and behold, Kabiesi was sitting down there. Hey! I see why they said there are there used to be 300 and something deities in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Right now, they say 200 have been turned to monuments for tourist attraction, and 101 still left. And the one living deity is the Ooni of Ife. Role Odua Papa Akande. Hey, hey. It is not a small something as we are hearing, as it is rumored, alleged, speculated, and making the rounds on social media. They said everybody was open-mouthed. Nobody could believe what they saw. Hey, I want to use this opportunity to give my channel members an amazing weekend hug. I miss you guys. I know we have not come on live. I've been very busy myself. I miss you guys. Thank you, people. I love you guys. Thank you for always being there. This amazing warm hug goes to Mommy Kende, Denny He, Mommy Abede, Mommy Busy B, Mommy Elizabeth Ogunrede, Daddy Taiwo, and Libalogon, High Bello, Adetayo, Glory Accra, and Joyce Ndubueze. May God bless you. Bless you. May God embarrass you with so much blessing this year. Full measure, press down, shake it together, so shall your blessing be. I appreciate you guys. I am on my knees and I am saying, Esheo, Adukbeo. Thank you, people, for always being there for me. It's not that small something. No, when they got to the sacred palace of Odua, they said Kabiesi was just sitting down there and looking at them. People were looking at each other. Driver, they look each other. Elders, they look each other. Only brothers, they look each other. Then anya either they think nobody fit talk, nobody. Kabiesi, nobody fit say, Baba Akande, how you take reach this place? So because everybody mouth was heavy, they didn't know what to say. And that was how Ooni of Ife joined them. They said even the custodian of the sacred forest of Odua was just looking at them. They were looking at each other. Nobody could ask the question that they want to ask. Like they wanted to ask that, Baba, how did you get here? Nobody could ask that question because everybody was in shock. Like they didn't understand what had transpired. The last time they checked, they said Kabiesi retired back to bed late at night around 12:14 p.m. And, you know, they rang the bell by 1, he didn't get up. 1:30, he didn't get up. 2 o'clock, he didn't get up. The reason why they didn't even continue to ring was because they thought that he retired back to bed too late. He must have been very exhausted. They said I should give him 30 more minutes. 1:30, he didn't get up. Another 30 minutes, he didn't get up. They were alarmed. And they decided to send somebody through the emergency exit to his chamber, only to find out that Baba don't disappear. Baba no they there. Hey. It is not a small something as we are hearing what is going on here. They said that was how everybody started looking at each other. That was how Kabiesi was said to have entered the vehicle and they brought him back to the palace of the Ooni of Ife. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.